Basketball in the year 2021 strikes again as the Grayson County Lady Cougars pick up an opponent in less than 24 hours in LaRue County. The two teams were scheduled to meet last month, but instead find themselves opening a new month against one another. The Lady Cougs look to bounce back from a rough second half on Saturday and get themselves back to 500 on a snow day. And a good evening and welcome to the Cougar Den. Sam Gormley with you. Welcome into the Locker Room Show on K105 and K105 Digital Productions, as it is Grayson County and LaRue County, as these two teams were supposed to meet back on January the 23rd. And yesterday afternoon at about 4 o'clock, they decided, hey, you know what, you're free, I'm free, let's go and let's play tonight. And let's fill in this game while we have the opportunity to. LaRue County has not played. You'd have to go all the way back to January the 19th since the last time that they played in a game. Well, the Lady Cougars, they played on Saturday. It's probably one that they want to forget. A rough second half led to their 5-game winning streak being snapped against Warren Central. Coming up in our Locker Room Show, we'll introduce you to both teams, talk to the head man, Ted Hill, and give you tonight's starting lineups. That comes up and more right here on K105.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Show here on K105. Sam Gormley with you tonight. Grayson County Lady Cougars taking on the Lady Hawks of LaRue County, who enter this game with a record of 3-3. This will be their first game since January the 19th, which was a loss to Bullitt Central, 54-46. Their 3 wins for LaRue County came against Adair County, Washington County, and a homeschool from Louisville, while their 3 losses have come to Hart County, Bethlehem, and Bullitt Central. Leading scorer is Natalie Gentry. She's averaging 12.5 points a game. The leading rebounder is Malia English. She's averaging 7.8 rebounds per game. Caitlin Eads is a 3-point sharpshooting specialist. When I say that, I mean it. She ranks 8th in the state in 3-point field goals made per game. 91.4% of her shots this season have come from beyond the arc. She's only made 1 shot inside the 3-point line this season. Last year, 88% of her shots came from beyond the arc, and she makes them at a high level this season, shooting 46.5% from 3 early on in this year. LaRue County assistant coaches David Fortner and Emily Skaggs, and the head coach in her first season is Danielle Brown. She played for LaRue County and ended up playing college basketball for St. Catherine in Louisville. In fact, her younger sister, Ivy Brown, was Miss Basketball in the state of Kentucky back in 2014 and one of the best players to ever play for WKU. In fact, she's a GA for WKU right now. So the Brown family, the blood runs deep when it comes to LaRue County girls basketball. We'll get to a break, come back, and introduce you to the Grayson County Lady Cougars looking to bounce back from their 5-game winning streak being snapped on Saturday to Warren Central. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Oh, that's a bad call.
That was a great call.
That's the worst call I've ever seen.
Great call.
Horrible. That's a horrible call.
Sports fans don't often see things the same way.
Terrible call.
That was a good call.
Terrible call.
But there's one call everyone can agree on. Call 811 before you dig, the free service that helps you avoid utility lines while you're digging. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Safety!
How's everything taste tonight, folks?
Oh, excellent.
How was your chicken tonight?
It's excellent. Where was it raised?
As a chef, it's important to know where your food comes from. That's why we buy local and Kentucky-raised food.
We're the Settles family from Owensboro, Kentucky.
We produce poultry for families all over the state.
And we're proud of the products that we produce. If you're buying a chicken that came from our farm, you're getting an excellent quality product. Some of the best you'll find in the case.
A lot of your local restaurants feature our poultry products. We are a Kentucky farm family.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
Being prepared is a part of who you are. But it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you'll go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Lady Cougars looking to get back above 500 tonight as they are 5-5 on the young season. They had their 5-game winning streak snapped. Last time out, it was a loss to Warren Central by a final score of 62-50. Their leading scorer is still Rachel Snyder. She's averaging 16 points a game, 13.3 rebounds. But last time, it was Ella Robinson. She finished with a career-high 22 points in the loss to Warren Central on Saturday. It was by far the best game that we've seen her play. And she's starting to put together a couple of good games, and hopefully she can really go in there. And you hear Coach Hill talk in a few minutes in our pregame conversation. There aren't many teams that can match up with two good post players. And if both Rachel and Ella are working at the same time, they can dominate some teams on the interior. And that's something that's big if you want to be successful, especially in this district, because when you look across the 12th district, there's not a team that matches up with the Lady Cougars down low. Edmonson County has one post player. Butler County's got one post player. So when you've got that advantage, you got to take advantage of it when you can. And the Lady Cougars can look to try and get back to a regional tournament here this season. Lady Cougars will be back in action tomorrow evening against Thomas Nelson on the road. Assistant coaches are Amber Hill and Elena Jones. Amber Hill is not here tonight. She's over at the 7th grade Lady Cougars game. And head coach in his second season is Ted Hill. He's 25-18. We'll talk to him and get his thoughts on the matchup after this. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had like a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
We the people are guaranteed 5 freedoms in the First Amendment.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of religion.
Freedom of the press.
Freedom to peaceably assemble.
Freedom to petition the government.
Only the United States has these 5 freedoms so simply bound together and guaranteed. Think first. Learn more at thinkfirstamendment.org.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Show on K105. Sam Gormley joined by the head coach of the Lady Cougars, head coach Ted Hill. And, Coach, second half was kind of when the wheels a little bit fell off on Saturday. What went wrong?
A lot. We only had 6 turnovers in the first half and ended up with 16 in the second half. So we turned it over a lot. They just kind of outmanned us physically in the second half there. And I told the kids in our walk-through today that a lot of that was, some of that is on me. We're up 4 at half, and I switched defenses at halftime trying to generate some offense, and it backfired on us, and we just couldn't get it back. But we turned it over way too much, and we did have some positives, though. Ella had a great game, and thought Rachel played well also.
You mentioned Ella and having a career-high 22 points, most she's had by 8. Her previous career high was 14. What does her having, maybe not necessarily 22, but 10, 12 in a game do to help Rachel inside the post?
A lot. It's and she's capable. I think you and I have talked about that all season. Ella is capable of doing that, and it's been mostly, I think, just her confidence, and it's really come to a head to here the last 2 or 3 games. You could see it building in her, and she was due one of those, and she probably have an opportunity to do that again tonight. But Ella could play college basketball if she really wanted to, if she set her mind to it. Sometimes she just don't believe in it.
You were scheduled to play this LaRue County team about 10 days ago, and it was canceled the morning of, so I'm presuming you already had a scouting report and idea on what they had. Does that change at all now, or since they haven't played any games, it's really the same thing?
Same thing. I watched film on them again today, and they have 2 really good guards. One that's going to shoot a lot of threes, and Eads. I think she shot
43 of 40
right.
so far this year.
She's
yeah.
20 of 43 or whatever. So from 3, she's a spot-up 3-point shooter. Looks just like Kenzie Renfro. But anyway, I'm talking about it as far as physical looks. And then they have a Gentry kid who I think is, from the film I've watched, is their best all-around player. She's their leading scorer and also second leading rebounder. Very active, really good defensive player. So we'll have our hands full with her. They have 1 big post, and as usual, we're 2 against 1 in the post.
One of the things that stands out for LaRue County is they haven't played a game in almost 2 weeks. It's in a way similar to Muhlenberg County last week, where they were coming in really not having much gameplay at all. I know Muhlenberg had played the night prior. Do you have to coach differently when you're going up a team that hasn't played in a while?
No, I'll still coach the same. And I don't know when they came out of quarantine, but she texted me yesterday evening because their game tonight had got canceled and wanted to know if we had want to play. And I'm like, yeah, just out of the blue. And we didn't even practice yesterday. So we haven't practiced since Saturday night we played, so we basically had a day off. We had a couple of kids come in and shoot yesterday, but we're just kind of going. That's why I told the kids today, kind of like Muhlenberg, let's just roll with it.
You mentioned Eads, and she's shooting 46% from 3 right now. Mm-hmm. Like I mentioned, she's only taken 4 shots that were not inside the line. Last year, 88% of her shots were from 3. When you have a player that shoots the 3 a lot and does it at a high level, how do you game plan for someone like that?
Well, we'll give her a lot of attention, to say the least, and we'll press them. We're going to start out pressing them and try, if they haven't played in a couple of weeks, hopefully they're not in great shape. Maybe conditioning can get to them. So we're going to try to run them and see what happens. And the more you run a 3-point shooter, that hopefully I've had it backfire also. Hopefully their legs get tired and their 3-point shot won't be as effective, hopefully.
Coach, good luck.
Thank you.
We'll have more here coming up on the Locker Room Show after this.
Wash your hands, stay home, cover your cough. It's our new reality with COVID-19. The anxiety can be overwhelming. If you're feeling extra worried, you're not alone. You can still contact a mental health professional. They're ready to help you get through this. And remember, prepare, focus on the essentials. Protect, keep some space from people outside your home, and disinfect a lot. Get the facts at kycovid19.ky.gov. Prepare, protect, disinfect.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
To learn more.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K15.
Let's meet the starting lineups for both teams. First for LaRue County, 3-3 on the season. Freshman guard number 0, Caitlin Williams. Senior guard number 2, Caitlin Eads. Sophomore forward number 4, Natalie Gentry. Senior guard number 5, Emma Moore. And junior center Malia English. Once more, that's English, Moore, Gentry, Eads, and Williams. For the Lady Cougars, it'll be sophomore guard number 5, Arissa Riggs. Senior center number 13, Ella Robinson. Senior forward number 15, Rachel Snyder. Sophomore guard number 20, Annie Kuiper. And junior forward number 23, Reagan Cave. Once more, that's Cave, Kuiper, Snyder, Robinson, Riggs. The play-by-play is next on K105.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had like a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Grayson County and LaRue County about ready to get underway here tonight. The Lady Cougars at 5-5, LaRue County at 3-3. Once more, those starting lineups for Grayson County, it's Riggs, Robinson, Snyder, Kuiper, Cave. For the Lady Hawks of LaRue County, it is Williams, Eads, Gentry, Moore, and English. The play-by-play comes up after this. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Anytime they're playing music downstairs, it's loud. I go downstairs, see what they're doing, see what music they're doing, see what they're dancing to. I go play piano downstairs, they come get involved. Leah has a drum set beside it, banging that. Any music, that's what they do.
It's time for basketball in Litchfield. Grayson County and LaRue County. Lady Cougars 5-5, 1-1 in the 12th district. LaRue County 3-3, 0-0 in the 18th district. Your officials for tonight's game: Tony Beard, Brett Booker, Todd Carver. It'll be Lady Cougar basketball to start off. They will work from right to left on your radio dial, and we are underway here from the Cougar Den. Grayson County losers the last time out as they do an immediate pass down to the right block, and an offensive foul is going to be called as Kuiper was down here on the near side and looped a pass inside to Snyder. But the official underneath said that Snyder got wide open because of an illegal screen from Robinson on the inside. LaRue County going to start with the basketball. Emma Moore breaks the timeline and immediately throws it away and into the hands of Riggs. Riggs, an outlet pass down to Kuiper, gets around her defender and is going to dribble it over into the far corner. Cross-court pass to Riggs. Riggs bounces it out front here to Kuiper. Kuiper picked up by Eads. Eads gives it over to Riggs, and Riggs has to give it back to Kuiper as she bobbled it on the return. Starting lineup again for Grayson County: Annie Kuiper, Rachel Snyder, Ella Robinson, Arissa Riggs, and Reagan Cave. Riggs will take a deep three from the right wing. It is no good. Long, rebounded by Gentry for LaRue County. She'll give an outlet pass over to the far side to Moore. Moore gives it over to Williams. Williams inside to Gentry, and Gentry bobbles it and has to just knock it right back outside the hands. Gentry's got it straight away at the free throw line. She is their leading scorer, and now she'll give it off to Caitlin Eads. Eads inside and knocking it away, and it's run down though by Williams. Williams knocks it out. Three, left wing is knocked in by Williams. As LaRue County has themselves with an early 3-0 lead as they made something out of nothing there as the ball was bobbled. Here comes a three on the left wing for Kuiper, and that's an answer for Grayson County. As Annie Kuiper answered with a three in transition and immediately almost gets her hand on another ball as Williams gets around it though and breaks the timeline. It is Gentry down the far side. And a handoff pass to Williams. Williams to the free throw line. A turnaround jumper by English is good. Malia English with a basket, and it's 5-3. Great, LaRue County with an early lead over the Lady Cougars. LaRue County playing in their first game since January the 19th against Bullitt Central. Down to the left block, Snyder gets around her defender English, who blocks her from behind. And rebound is going to be pulled by Gentry, and she's going to push. Gentry, cross-court pass over to the far side to Williams. 18 feet from the left wing is no good. Rebound long is Snyder for Grayson County. She gives it up to the far side to Riggs. Riggs gets around her defender, out front to Kuiper, into the corner to Cave. Cave does a ball fake out front here to Riggs. Riggs drives in, goes up with a shot, and she is fouled inside the free throw line. And that foul's going to be whistled on Caitlin Williams. It is her first and the team's first. Then we'll send Arissa Riggs to the free throw line, where she's shooting 50% so far, averaging 7.1 points and 2.0 rebounds per game. As a team, the Lady Cougars find themselves shooting just about 52% from the charity stripe, and Riggs makes the first one. Last season, Riggs was one of the best free throw shooters on the team and got off to a rough start this year, but is starting to shoot the ball a little bit better from the free throw line. Her second one to tie the game up at 5. It's good. 5-5. Grayson County and LaRue County all knotted up. 5 minutes, 43 seconds to play in the first quarter. Pass in and double teamed underneath, and a foul is going to be whistled as Moore was immediately double teamed by Kuiper and Snyder is going to be called for a foul underneath. That is her first and the team's second. So you got this full court press, and you heard Ted Hill talk about it in the open. He wants to press LaRue County. They haven't played in over 2 weeks. He wants to make sure and see how conditioned they are. Williams over to the far side, Eads. Eads is the three-point specialist. Off to the left elbow, pass down inside to Williams. The shot's good off the left block, and she is fouled by Grayson County. Foul whistled on Rachel Snyder. That is her second. and the team's third, and that's a big foul for Grayson County. To the free throw line will be Caitlin Williams. This is her first free throw attempt of the season. And shot is up and good. 8-5, LaRue County on top. Substitution into the game for Grayson County. It'll be Brianna Dennis. She will check in for Rachel Snyder on the season. Dennis averaging 1 point and 3.2 rebounds per game. She might be the best rebounder on the team. Kuiper straight away, cross court to Riggs. Riggs back out to Kuiper. Kuiper scans the defense inside to Dennis. Dennis gets it out to the left wing to Cave. Cave down inside to Kuiper. Kuiper gets a screen from Dennis, goes up with a shot off the left side. She's fouled from behind by English. Annie Kuiper will go to the free throw line. For English, that is her first and the team's second. Kuiper to the line where she is shooting 40%, but like Riggs, she's starting to shoot the ball from the free throw line a lot better as of late. First free throw is up and good by Kuiper. Annie's offense has really improved as of the past couple of games as well. She didn't really have it on Saturday against Warren Central. She only finished with 5 points in that game, but she makes both free throws here, so she's already matched her total from the Warren Central game on Saturday, and it's 8-7, LaRue County. Eads with the basketball on the right wing into the corner, and driving down inside, stolen away by Dennis. Cross-court pass to Riggs. The Lady Cougars are running. Riggs has it on the right wing. She gets a screen from Robinson. Underhand pass to Kuiper at the free throw line. Out to Riggs. Three straight away. Good. Arissa Riggs, Annie Kuiper, the sophomore guards, have all 10 of Grayson County's points, and they lead this one 10-8. 4 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the first quarter. Gentry with the basketball. Handoff pass. Three right wing. Good. To answer by Emma Moore. She's got all 6. And immediately LaRue County takes this lead right back. Off to the left wing, Kuiper. Look to get the interior pass. She drives down the near baseline. Kicks it over to Cave. Cave outside to Riggs. Riggs thought about taking another 3 and gives it off to Cave again on the right wing. Inside to Dennis. And Dennis is bumped and fouled from behind by English. That is going to be her second and the team's third. Substitution into the game for LaRue County. It'll be Kelsey Hornback getting her first appearance of this season. Last year, she averaged 7.7 points and 2.2 rebounds per game. Kuiper gets it into Robinson, and Robinson knocked it back into the hands of Kuiper, but Kuiper wasn't back out of the baseline yet, so it's a turnover for Grayson County underneath. 11-10, LaRue County with a lead, 4:15 to play here in our opening quarter. So they give it in here to Moore. Moore breaks the timeline, weaving through over to the far side. It is Hornback, 3 up, no good. Rebounded by Cave for Grayson County. Cave will push right up the middle for the Lady Cougars. Off to the left wing to Robinson, who has to just slap it into the hands of Kuiper. Kuiper, 18 feet near side jump shot. It's off the back of the iron, no good. Dennis with a rebound, but she comes down with it, and a foul is going to be whistled underneath the basket. That foul is going to be called on Hornback. That is her first and the team's fourth. I thought that was going to be a jump ball. The official Brett Booker disagreed and says it was a foul underneath. It must have been from behind, from where we are sitting up here at the top of the upper level. Right wing, Kuiper, out front to Robinson. Robinson looks to get it inside, instead swings it over to the far side to Cave. Cave loops a pass inside to Dennis. Dennis is double teamed outside to Riggs. Riggs drives down to the free throw line, goes up with a shot, no good off the back. And rebound is by Dennis, and a jump ball is going to be called, and possession will go towards the Lady Hawks. 11-10, LaRue County with a lead, 3 minutes, 38 seconds to play in the first quarter. As it's far side, Moore with the basketball. Back here to the near side to Gentry. Gentry crosses it to Moore, and Moore crosses the timeline. She quickly drives down the lane, jump pass over to the far side to Hornback. Hornback drives in, passes to Williams on the right block. She bobbles it and quickly double teamed on that right side. And a jump ball is going to be called, and possession goes right back here towards Grayson County. Lady Cougars offensively have only gotten points from Arissa Riggs and Annie Kuiper. They have all 10. Nothing from Rachel Snyder, who has 2 quick fouls, or from Ella Robinson. 3 by Riggs off the right wing is short. Rebounded by Robinson. Her putback is up, no good. She gets the rebound back. That one's no good, but she'll go to the free throw line as she is fouled underneath by the Lady Hawks. Foul whistled on Hornback. That is her second and the team's 5th. So to the free throw line will be Ella Robinson. This season, she's shooting 44%, but led the team last year with a 72% free throw percentage. Robinson's first free throw is up, and she can't get the bounce and misses. Robinson on Saturday against Warren Central, had a career-high 22 points. She played her best game as a Grayson County Lady Cougar. This would be to tie it if she can get this free throw to fall, and it rattles home. 11-all between Grayson County and LaRue County. 3 minutes, 11 seconds to play in the first quarter. Riley Renfro will check into the game for the Lady Cougars. The sophomore guard, 4 points on the season, 1.5 rebounds per game. The younger sister of Grayson County's leading scorer from last season, Kenzie Renfro. Pass down to the right block is too high as it was looking for Maddie Sema, and it goes out of bounds. So Grayson County going to get the basketball back as it went in to where the Cougar student section would be. But instead, there's about 4 or 5 Cougar basketball players underneath. The boys will be in action tomorrow evening against Meade County. Renfro passes to Kuiper, but Kuiper wasn't there. She saves it in bounds, does Annie Kuiper. Gives it into Riggs, or to Cave, and Cave's shot is blocked out of bounds. I have no idea how Annie Kuiper was able to get that basketball and save it in bounds. As it is, Cave's shot was blocked out of bounds by LaRue County, so Grayson County is going to keep the basketball. Kuiper passes to the left wing to Renfro. Renfro guarded by Eads. Cross court to Cave. Cave inside to Robinson, who's double teamed to the free throw line to Dennis. Outside, right wing three by Cave is off the back of the iron, no good. Rebounded by Sema. Kuiper gets her hand on the outlet pass, but it's run down by Moore. She picks up her dribble, loses it out of bounds. Cave tries to save it in, but it'll go out of bounds off of the junior Reagan Cave, and it'll stay LaRue County basketball. 11-all, 2 minutes, 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. Eads breaks the timeline. She's the three-point specialist. 91% of her shots so far this season have come from beyond the arc. Far side, Gentry swings it out front here to Moore. She'll take the three. It is short. Rebounded by Gentry on the right block. She loses it off of her foot. Grayson County basketball. As it took a second for the call to officially come through. And it will stay Lady Cougar basketball as they try to get it down to Gentry on the right block, but it went off of her foot and out of bounds. Sydney Perkins will check into the game. Brianna Dennis will check out for the Lady Cougars. So you've got Perkins, Renfro, Kuiper, Cave, and Robinson on the floor for Grayson County. As a reminder, their leading scorer, Rachel Snyder, picks up 2 quick fouls in this one. Inside to Robinson. Takes one dribble off the left side. Can't get the basket to fall. Rebounded by Williams for LaRue County, but she has it wrapped up by Robinson. Nice play underneath by Ella Robinson to not foul and get her hands on the basketball. It's going to be a jump ball, and possession will still stay with the Lady Hawks, but nice defense inside by Robinson. As it is Gentry, she picks up her dribble, crosses it off to Moore. Moore drives down the left lane, dumps a pass off to the right side. Sema blocked out of bounds by Kuiper. Sema off the right side. She took a shot, but Annie Kuiper sent it into the baseline, spiking it like a volleyball player. 11-all, 1:49 to play in the first quarter. Moore to pass in. Gets it into Sema on the right side. Goes up on Robinson, who just takes the ball out of her hands. And they're going to whistle a foul on Ella Robinson. That'll be her second and the team's fourth. It looked like Ella just completely grabbed the ball out of her hands when she went up with a shot, but they're going to whistle a foul on her. As the official Todd Carver and Ted Hill are talking it over. I don't think Ted Hill agreed with the call at all. Free throw coming from Sema. First one up, good. Sema on the season is now 9 of 10 from the free throw line. She is their best free throw shooter. She'll try to add to that total here and make it a 13-11 Lady Hawk lead. It's off the back of the iron, no good. Long rebound is chased down in the far corner by Renfro. 12-11 LaRue County. 1 minute, 40 seconds to play in the first quarter. Interior pass to Cave. Cave loses it, though, and it's stolen away by Gentry. Gentry to the near side to Moore. Moore angles it back here towards the near side. Passes down to the left block to Sema. Swings it out to the far side. It is Bryan. Pass down inside. Robinson comes down with it. Off to Renfro. Renfro. Jump pass to the left wing to Perkins. Perkins back outside to Renfro. Renfro, far side, Cave. Cave inside to Robinson. One dribble off the right side. Gets the basket to fall. Robinson's got 3 points. The Lady Cougars have the lead back at 13-12. 1 minute to play in the first quarter. Down here to the near side, Sema. Knocked out of bounds by Robinson. As Robinson did a nice job just getting her hand in there to knock it out. And Robinson's going to go take a seat with the 2 fouls. Brianna Dennis checks in. 13-12, Lady Cougars on top of this one. 1:03 to play in the first quarter. Moore to pass in from underneath of her own basket. Cross court to the far side. 3 up by Bryan is off the front of the iron, no good. Sema with the rebound and gives it back to Bryan. And the freshman McCall Bryan will give it to Moore. Moore inside to Gentry. It's off her hands and out of bounds. As Moore tried a looping rainbow pass down to the left block, but it goes off of the hands of Gentry and out of bounds. Substitution into the game for the Lady Cougars, it's Arissa Riggs. Checking out will be Briley Renfro. So you've got Cave, Kuiper, Perkins, Riggs, and Dennis on the floor for Grayson County with 45 seconds to play in the first quarter. They lead by 1, 13-12. Left wing Riggs, inside to Cave, Cave outside to Kuiper. She thought about the 3, and instead gives it off to the freshman Perkins. Perkins gives it back to the sophomore Kuiper. To Riggs on the left side. Riggs over to Perkins. Grayson County with 25 seconds to play in the first quarter. They lead by 1, and it appears that Ted Hill might want to hold for the last shot, and that's what Annie Kuiper's going to do. She's going to back it off. It's a good first quarter of action. Pretty evenly matched game so far, but Grayson County's 2 post players, Ella Robinson and Rachel Snyder, on the bench with 2 fouls. 8 seconds now on the clock. It is Riggs with the basketball. She'll take a deep 3 from the right wing. It's no good. Rebounded by Sema with 2 seconds. Sema, an outlet pass to Gentry. She throws one up at the buzzer, and it's no good. So at the end of the first quarter, it is Grayson County 13, LaRue County 12. We got ourselves a dandy early on, as this is Lady Cougar basketball right here on K105.
How prepared is your family if disaster shows up at your doorstep? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan before they show up. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes! Make a plan today.
How's everything taste tonight, folks?
Excellent.
How was your chicken tonight?
It's excellent. Where was it raised?
As a chef, it's important to know where your food comes from. That's why we buy local and Kentucky-raised food.
We're the Settles family from Owensboro, Kentucky.
We produce poultry for families all over the state.
And we're proud of the products that we produce. If you're buying a chicken that came from our farm, you're getting an excellent quality product. Some of the best you'll find in the case.
A lot of your local restaurants feature our poultry products. We are a Kentucky farm family.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
The break here, two parents for LaRue County have been ejected by one of the officials. As I just looked up and I saw an official saying that he'd heard enough, and Grayson County's athletic director Jason Kincaid was up there escorting them out of the building right now. It is 13-12. Grayson County with a lead as we start this second quarter of action. They will have the basketball, and a whistle is blown as, the time wasn't set correctly, as the time was set back to 6 minutes instead of 8 minutes. So they just set it to 7:56, so Grayson County is going to start this over again as they start this quarter with the basketball, as it looks like the parents are still maybe giving the official that threw him out of the game a little bit as they walk out the door. So for to start this second quarter, you'll have Micah Lee, Annie Kuiper, Sydney Perkins, Brianna Dennis, and Reagan Cave for Grayson County. So a different looking lineup, especially with 2 of their post players out with 2 fouls. Kuiper on the right wing. Gets a screen from Dennis and gives it off to Micah Lee. Lee to the left wing to Perkins. Grayson County's trying to set something up, as this is more of probably a shooting lineup. Someone that's going to maybe pop some threes if they get it, as Perkins is a good 3-point shooter. Kuiper has turned into a good 3-point shooter. As right now they're just dribbling it around outside of the line. They haven't taken the ball inside the 3-point line yet in this second quarter of action. There's an interior pass to Dennis, and she walks with it as she was crashed on the double team underneath. And because of that, it forced her to walk the basketball. 7 minutes, 18 seconds to play in the second quarter. It is 13-12. Grayson County with the lead here early on in this one. Kuiper gets the steal in the inbounds pass. She knocked it into the hands of Lee, and Lee is wrapped up by LaRue County, and it'll turn into a jump ball. So possession will stay with LaRue County. Annie Kuiper almost got the steal, but wasn't able to succeed in it because of the jump ball. Gentry down the right side, passes out to Eads. She takes the right wing 3. It's off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound on the floor is Williams with the basketball, but it'll be a jump ball, and Grayson County is going to get the ball. Eads is the sharpshooter. Coming into tonight's game, shooting 46.5% from beyond the arc. That's what she can do. as it'll be Kuiper to break the timeline and set things up in between the circles. Kuiper gets a screen from Cave. Outside to Dennis. Dennis swings it over to the right wing to Perkins. Perkins out front to Lee. And Grayson County still just trying to, you can see that Ted Hill's trying to get some more movement from his offense right now. 3 left wing by Kuiper is off the front of the iron, no good. Eads with a rebound, and she quickly weaves through the defense, and here she comes. Passes off to Seema. Seema outside to a floater down the right side by Gentry. And that's the first points of this second quarter of play, as LaRue County has the lead back at 14-13. Left wing Lee with the basketball as Rachel Snyder's going to check back in the game with the 2 fouls for the Lady Cougars. In the quarter, Snyder out front to Kuiper. Kuiper scanning off, and I don't know that this is a lineup that's going to give much offense. As Cave with a 3 from the right wing is no good, and she fouls on the interior pass as the rebound was by LaRue County. They tried to give it over to the far side to Moore, and Cave tried to knock it out of bounds, but instead got a little bit too much of the hand on it for Cave. That is only her first and the team's 5th. So Rachel Snyder will check into the game for Brianna Dennis. And Ella Robinson will check into the game for Sydney Perkins. So you've still got Lee and Kuiper and Cave, but Snyder and Robinson, the 2 post players, will come in. Eads, jump pass over to the far side to Moore. Moore inside to Gentry. It's through her legs, and a jump ball again will be the call. And it will be LaRue County basketball. They lead 14-13, 5 minutes and 49 seconds to play in the second quarter. Eads to pass in. Over to the far side to Moore, swings it out front to Seema. Seema into the corner to Eads. Again, she will shoot the 3. 91% of her shots have come from that point so far this season. Moore straight away. Guarded by Snyder. Off to Williams, who nearly loses it out of bounds, and she just has to knock it into the hands of Seema. Off to Moore, right wing 3, good. Emma Moore has 9 points, all coming from beyond the arc. Coming into this game, she was only averaging 4.7 points a game. Her season high was 9 points. She's already matched that one, as that came all the way back at the season opener against Adair County, and LaRue County is their largest lead at 17-13. Snyder off the left side. The shot is up, no good. Rebound on the floor is going to be a foul underneath. Going to be whistled on Ella Robinson, and that'll be her 3rd. No, it's on Cave. As I thought they were going to whistle that on Ella Robinson, but it is on Reagan Cave instead. That is her 2nd and the team's 6th. Probably to better have a player get their 2nd foul than someone get their 3rd. As it's an outlet pass down near the near side. Moore, she breaks the timeline, guarded by Riggs. Man-to-man defense for the Lady Cougars here. And Riggs steals the ball, and a jump ball again as Riggs reaches in on Moore. You had sophomore on senior, and the sophomore wins the battle for a jump ball, and Grayson County's going to get the ball back. 4 minutes, 52 seconds to play in the second quarter. It is 17-13. LaRue County with the lead. Kuiper inside to Snyder. Her pass was too high, and it's knocked away and stolen away by Eads. Eads, an outlet pass to the far side to Moore. Moore's got the basketball out front to Eads, guarded by Lee. Off to the right wing. 3, stepping into it is Williams. It's no good. Snyder with a rebound. She wants to run with it, and she has it stripped away by Gentry. Gentry down the left side. Gets inside the free throw line, goes right to the hole, throws up a flip shot, and it goes in. Natalie Gentry, their leading scorer, gives LaRue County the 19-13 lead. Interior pass is a kick ball, as it was inside to Robinson, and it was kicked by LaRue County. Robinson ended up coming down with it and making the shot off the left side. But it's a kick ball, so it will be Grayson County ball underneath the basket. The basket does not count by the senior Robinson. Kuiper to pass in, gets it to the left block to Snyder, goes up with a shot, it's good. Rachel Snyder's first basket of the game. And Grayson County stops the bleeding and the run there by LaRue County. That's their first points here of this second quarter, as they went nearly 4 minutes without a basket. Near side, Eads. To the right wing to Moore, inside to Gentry. Gentry off the right side, the shot's no good, rebounded by Robinson. Robinson to Snyder. Snyder will push it, crosses the timeline across the far side, back to the middle to Kuiper, to the left wing to Lee. Lee inside to Snyder. Snyder gets around the deer, down the near side, and lays it in off the left side. Snyder's got 4 points in the quarter, and it's 19-17. LaRue County's lead is back down to 2. Down inside, the floater off the right side, using the bank, is Caitlin Williams. She just took that straight in with confidence. and made the basket off the right side. Riggs to Lee. Lee drives in. She'll try a shot of her own off the right side. It's no good. Robinson was there to pick it up. But Lee is the one that gets bumped and fouled by Grayson County. As Gentry is the one that picks up the foul. That is her first and the team's 6th. So to the free throw line will be Micah Lee. And the first one is good. On the season, Micah Lee 0 of 1 before that one, so she's now 1 of 2 on the season from the free throw line. This is by far the most minutes she's played this year. She came in with 4 points and 6 rebounds on the entire year, only 2 of 8 from the field. Second free throw is short, rebounded by Williams for LaRue County. 21-18, Lady Hawks on top, 3:15 to play here in the second quarter. Down to Seema. Wild shot off the right side is no good, rebounded by Lee. Lee pushes it up the far side of the court, an outlet pass to Briley Renfro, who's into the game for the Lady Cougars. Far side, Riggs. Riggs out front to Renfro. Renfro to Kuiper. As you've got 4 guards and Snyder in the game for Grayson County. Snyder, spin move in the lane, is the shot no good. Rebounded by Williams. Williams pushes up the near side for the LaRue County Lady Hawks. She pulls in, 5 feet, right side, good. Caitlin Williams averaged 0.7 points a game coming into tonight. But she's got herself 7 in this one already. And it's 23-18, and another steal for LaRue County. Williams again with the basketball. Interior pass down to the left side. The shot is up, no good by Moore, but she's going to go to the free throw line. Foul whistled on Arissa Riggs. That's her first, team's 7th. And we've got a substitution I think will come in for Grayson County. I believe that's Corey Milam that will check into the game. To the free throw line will be Emma Moore, 37.5% on the season. She makes her first one, and she's entering double figures tonight for the first time this season. Again, her previous season high across their first 6 games was only 9 points in the first game of the season, a win over Adair County. Second free throw short, rebounded by Riggs for Grayson County. Riggs to Milam. Milam down the left side, kicks it out to Kuiper. Kuiper over to Riggs. 3 straight away, no good, short. She gets the rebound back, goes up with a shot. It's blocked by LaRue County. Inside, Snyder's got the ball. She gets up with a shot, and an offensive foul is going to be called underneath on Rachel Snyder. That is her 3rd and the team's 8th. Ted Hill wanted a foul called against, or rather, saying Rachel was fouled, but instead she picks up her 3rd foul with an offensive foul, and she did extend the arm on the inside, but I think the question was she fouled by LaRue County beforehand? So it's 24-18, Lady Hawks with a lead. 2:15 to play in the second quarter. Inside, driving in Gentry on the back cut. It's shot's no good. She gets the rebound back, kicks it out to Eads. Deep 3 from the right wing is good. Caitlin Eads has made this a 9-point Lady Hawk lead, and it's Kuiper to the left wing to Lee, and Lee is shoved down unintentionally as both players were going for the ball, and Emma Moore came in and knocked down Micah Lee, and Lee will go back to the free throw line for Moore. That is her first and the team's 7th, so 1 in the bonus will come for Micah Lee. First free throw up, no good. She will not get her 2nd. Rebounded by LaRue County. A length of the floor pass down to Moore. Moore's going to hold up and wait for help and finds it with Williams. Williams over to the far side, Seema. Seema picks up her dribble and gives it back to Moore with 1:45 to play in the second quarter. It's 27-18. Out to Eads. Eads drives in at the free throw line, loses it, stripped away, and stolen away by Lee for Grayson County. Off to Milam. Across the far side, she breaks the timeline. To the right wing to Kuiper. Wanted to get back to Milam, but Milam wasn't ready for it. Out front, Franklin. Here to the near side to Lee. She bobbles it, and it's stolen away by LaRue County. And a timeout on the floor is going to be taken by the Lady Hawks. 27-18, Lady Hawks on top. 1:24 to play in the second quarter. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
27-18, LaRue County with the lead, 1:24 to play here in the second quarter. Grayson County's offense has gone quiet. They had that little run that Rachel Snyder went on a little 4-0 run across about a 30-second period from about 4 minutes left in this quarter to about 3 minutes and 30 seconds. But other than that, they have not gotten any offense. And with 3 fouls on Snyder and 2 fouls on Robinson, it hurts on the inside, their advantage. Out of the timeout, LaRue County's got the basketball. They have it ripped away by Franklin. And it's going to be a jump ball. Possession will stay with the Lady Hawks as Seema and Franklin were both fighting for it in the far corner. It's going to stay Lady Hawk basketball. 27-18. LaRue with a lead over Grayson. Moore to pass in from underneath of their own basket. Gets it down to the right block to Gentry. She loses it. Knocks it into Moore's hands, who is wide open on the left block. Out to Seema. Left elbow shot is no good. Rebounded by Williams. Williams is double teamed. She is stripped away by Franklin. Franklin gives it to Milam. Milam to Riggs. Riggs will break the timeline for Grayson County to Kuiper. Kuiper knocks it into the hands of Dennis. Dennis to Milam. Milam to Riggs. Riggs down into the corner here to Kuiper. Kuiper cross court to Franklin, who bobbles it. The ball must be soaking wet as both teams are bobbling it like crazy. Not sure if they just cleaned it or something. Down to the right block to Dennis. Dennis here to the near side. Franklin, 10 feet, jump shot is no good. Rebound on the floor is out of bounds off of LaRue County. 41.4 seconds to play in the second quarter. Grayson County trails 27-18. Briley Renfro checks into the game for the Lady Cougars. Checking out was Corey Milam. So you've got Kuiper, Dennis, Franklin, Riggs, and Renfro in the game for Grayson County. Kuiper will pass in, gives it to the right wing to Riggs. Riggs drives in, floater inside the lanes, no good. Rebounded by Seema for LaRue County. Seema to the middle to Gentry with 30 seconds and counting to play. To Eads. Eads spins it around on the right wing. Out front to Williams, the freshman, inside to Gentry. Gentry spins it around on Kuiper. Down to the left block to Seema. Out to the left wing, through the hands of LaRue County, and out of bounds possession to the Lady Cougs. Again, the ball out of this timeout, it's almost like they dumped it in grease or something. It's moving around like crazy. Neither team can really get a handle on it. 16 seconds in the second quarter. 27-18. Grayson County trails to LaRue County. Franklin's got the ball on the right wing. Down inside to Riggs. She goes up and she is she fouled or she walks? One official says foul, one official says walks, and they're going to say she walked with it before she was fouled. So 8.6 seconds. Staying on the clock, it's LaRue County basketball. To Moore. Moore into the middle to Gentry. Gentry is stopped on defense off to Seema. Left side jumper is no good. And that'll be the end of the first half. Grayson County trailing this one 27-18 as this is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
The Twin Lakes Fast Mix, K105.
27-18, LaRue County with a lead here at the half. Not really a half that Grayson County is going to want to. I guess you've played back-to-back halves now that you almost want to just kind of light the tape and not watch it anymore. But you're down by 9. You're still within shooting distance. And when you think you played much of this first half without Rachel Snyder and Ella Robinson, your two post players. In fact, in the first half, you get 3 from Robinson and 4 from Snyder. I mean, it's going to be tough to win when you get foul trouble for those two. I mean, Kuiper and Riggs did a nice job in the first quarter to give Grayson County their lead, but there was not much offense in the second quarter with Kuiper with Snyder and Robinson on the bench for most of it. The only scoring was Rachel Snyder. She went on a little 4-0 run across about 30 seconds, and Michael Lee hit a free throw. So that's all that the scoring was for Grayson County in the first half. Coming up on our halftime show, we'll run down the scores from around the region, run down the scoring from this game, and let you know what you need to look for here in the second half, as this is Lady Cougar basketball right here on K105.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
Spending time outdoors has never felt more valuable. Whether it's exploring nature or relaxing in your yard, let's do it responsibly. Before going out, check for closures and fire restrictions. Practice social distancing, even when outside and on the trail. Back at home, if burning yard debris, keep your pile small. And no matter where you are, be sure to properly extinguish any outdoor fire. Drown, stir, drown, feel. We're all in this together. Help keep our safe places safe.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
The Twin Lakes Fast Mix, K105.
Run down some scores from around the region here. Grayson County trailing this one at the half against LaRue County by a final score of 27-18. A final score in 7th grade GRVC semifinals girls basketball. Butler County defeats the Lady Cougars 23-19. So that's the 7th graders in the semifinals of their tournament. They fall tonight. They had a comeback, but it comes up just short. Game just underway. Breckenridge County on top 9-2 over Owensboro, the Red Devils. 5:11 to play in the first quarter of that one. Bethlehem leads Bardstown in boys basketball 53-45. That game is in the fourth quarter. Trying to see if there aren't any other scores to bring you, as this game started a little bit earlier on Monday. So a lot of the games are just about to get underway. In fact, now that I look, there is nothing else to bring you as far as scores from around the region right now. In fact, even looking statewide, not a lot coming in. But our score is LaRue County with a lead 27-18 at the half. Run down the scoring from this game coming up. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Lady Cougars trailing here at the half by a score of 27-18. As we'll try to run down the scoring from this game as we're sitting here for LaRue County, Caitlin Williams. She's leading the way. She's got 7 points. Emma Moore's got 10. 4 for Natalie Gentry, 3 for Caitlin Eads, and 1 for Maddie Sema. For the Lady Cougars, it's 5 for Arissa Riggs, 5 for Annie Kuiper, 4 for Rachel Snyder, 3 for Ella Robinson, and 1 for Micah Lee. You only score 5 points in that second quarter, and because of that, you find yourself at a 9-point deficit. When you're outscored by 10 in a quarter, it's not a recipe for success. I mean, you hold a team to 15 points in a quarter. I mean, in some instances, if you keep that up for across 4 quarters of play, that's 60 points. Not necessarily ideal, but 15 points, you should at least score 15 to match it. And Grayson County only scores 5 in that quarter. And, I mean, the biggest thing when you look at it is Rachel Snyder with 2 fouls, Ella Robinson with 3. Rachel has 3, Ella has 2. That's going to be a big story to watch here in this second half. If those 2 players can stay out of foul trouble, the Lady Cougars will be able to come back in this one. If they get into foul trouble more, though, LaRue County can start to pull away at this one because the Lady Cougars lose that advantage that they have on the inside. Grayson County trails this one 27-18. The second half is next on K105.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had like a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
Spending time outdoors has never felt more valuable. Whether it's exploring nature or relaxing in your yard, let's do it responsibly. Before going out, check for closures and fire restrictions. Practice social distancing, even when outside and on the trail. Back at home, if burning yard debris, keep your pile small. And no matter where you are, be sure to properly extinguish any outdoor fire. Drown, stir, drown, feel. We're all in this together.
Annie Kuiper out of the timeout as they start the half a little bit early. As Grayson County is going to have the basketball underneath of the basket. They trail this one 27-18 at the start of the second half. They have their starting lineup on the floor to start off with, as it is Snyder, Robinson, Kuiper, Cave, and Riggs. Snyder drives down the right lane, gets bumped, fouled, no whistle, and the shot's no good. An outlet pass to Gentry in transition. The shot's no good. Robinson knocks the rebound into the hands of Riggs. Riggs to Cave, and the Lady Cougars are now running up the near side. Cave on the right elbow, out front to Kuiper, swings it over to the left wing to Riggs. Riggs inside to Snyder. Snyder drives down, lowers the shoulder up the left side. The shot's no good. Rebounded by LaRue County's English. English gives it over to the sophomore, as that is Gentry, and Gentry to English. English outside, 3 by Moore, straight away is in and out. Rebounded by Riggs for the Lady Cougars. Riggs keeps the eyes up, looking for someone to pass to, and gets it into the corner to Rachel Snyder. 18 feet jump shot from the near side is good for Rachel Snyder. Grayson County's brought this lead back to within 7 here, 27-20. 6 minutes and 57 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Outside, it is to Williams. Williams, high arcing pass inside to English, who just has to smack it back out to Williams. Williams drives in. She'll loop another pass over to the far side to Moore. Moore is guarded by Snyder. Moore throws it. I'm not sure who she was throwing it to, but instead it's Reagan Cave who gets one of the easiest steals of her life. She gives it to Kuiper. Kuiper inside to Snyder off the left side. Can't get it to fall. Rebound knocked out by Robinson into the hands of Kuiper. Kuiper goes up off the left side. The shot's no good. Rebound on the floor is a jump ball, and possession will go towards LaRue County. 27-20, Lady Hawks on top of this one. 6 minutes, 25 seconds to play here in the third quarter. As it will be a pass into Moore. Lady Cougars coming out with a little bit of pressure to start this quarter. It's Moore with the basketball, and now they're going to break it off and do a quarter-court man-to-man defense. Need some stops, but they really need to get the offense rolling again. The offense have been playing better prior to the Warren Central game, but has looked, in a way, kind of lethargic over the past two halves of play. Moore inside to Gentry. Gentry to English, 18 feet from the left side. The jumper is way long. Rebounded by Kuiper. And Kuiper had it knocked away by Snyder, but luckily she was able to save it inbounds before it went out. To left wing to Riggs, and she's going to angle it back here towards the near side to Kuiper. Kuiper looked to get it inside to Robinson, and Robinson shook her head and said she didn't have the position that she wanted. Inside to Snyder. She was double teamed. She has to knock it away and run and grab it in the far corner. Out to Riggs. 3 right wing is an air ball, and it's going to go out of bounds. 27-20. Grayson County trailing this one. 5 minutes, 33 seconds to play in the third quarter. Ted Hill and Rachel Snyder are talking on the court right now as I think Ted Hill wanted Rachel to do something a little bit different on the inside, and they were talking it over. Moore breaks the timeline, chased by Cave. She gets right to the hole down the right side, coast to coast. And Emma Moore lays that basket in. She's got 12 points, and LaRue County lead is back to 9. Robinson down the right block. Pass was out of control, and because of it, she walks with it, and it'll be back to LaRue County basketball. Grayson County, it's just little mistakes in this game. Into the middle, Williams. Williams drives down the right side, kicks a pass off to English in the corner. Outside, 3 by Moore is good. Emma Moore is up to 15 points, and the LaRue County lead is up to 12 at 32-20. Riggs back to the middle at the free throw line. A jumper over to Kuiper. Her 3 is no good. Rebound on the floor is a jump ball possession. Will stay with the Lady Cougars. You have to wonder here, Ted Hill might think about a quick 30-second timeout or something just to kind of stop the bleeding and see what he can't get going, as Snyder had a quick bucket to start the half, but 5 points from Emma Moore, including a 3. Robinson, she'll take a shot from straight away. It's 18 feet, no good. Rebounded by Snyder. On the floor, a foul is going to be whistled from behind on LaRue County, as I think they're going to whistle it on Gentry. It is on Gentry. That is her second and the team's first. Substitution into the game. It will be Kelsey Hornback into the game for LaRue County. Checking out will be Caitlin Williams. Kuiper passes down to the left side to Snyder, gets around the defender, and she is fouled underneath. I'm not sure if she was passing or shooting. They're going to say she was passing, as that foul is going to be called on English. That is her third and the team's second. No, they're going to give her a shooting foul. So Snyder will go to the line for the first time tonight. She is shooting on the season from the free throw line, 58.6%, and she misses the first one. Sub into the game for LaRue County. It'll be Maddie Sema. She'll come in for Malia English. Second free throw for Snyder is up and no good. She misses them both. Rebounded by LaRue County's Gentry. Gentry to Moore. Moore quickly moves. Free throw line jumper is up short. Rebounded by Cave for the Lady Cougars. Cave loops a pass down to Kuiper, and it's knocked away and stolen away by LaRue County. Hornback's got the ball and a fight for it at half court, and they're going to whistle a foul on Annie Kuiper. Ted Hill wanted a jump ball. Brett Booker says no, it was a foul instead. And for Kuiper, that is her first and the team's first here of this second half. In between the circles, it is Moore with the basketball. She takes it over to the right side, inside to Gentry. Shot off the right side's no good. Rebounded by Snyder. Lady Cougars pushing. They've got numbers if they want them. Snyder down the left side. She's bumped, and it's stolen away by LaRue County to Eads. And here come the Lady Hawks. They're going to push themselves. Eads to the left wing to Hornback. Hornback drives down the near baseline. The shot is up, no good, but she is fouled by Grayson County on the drive. Foul whistled on Arissa Riggs. That is her second and the team's second. And to the free throw line will be Kelsey Hornback. Hornback playing in her first game this season. Her first free throw is up, and it is no good, in and out. Second free throw up. She misses them both, rebounded by Snyder for the Lady Cougars. Snyder's gives it off here to the near side to Riggs. Riggs to the left wing to Kuiper. Kuiper, far corner to Cave. Cave to the left elbow to Snyder. Snyder down the left lane, and a foul is going to be whistled underneath. Called on number 2, Caitlin Eads. That is her first and the team's third. So Grayson County to pass this one from underneath of their own basket with 3 minutes and 51 seconds to play in the third quarter. They trail by 12 at 32-20. Into Snyder on the left side. Spins towards the near side. The shot is no good. Rebounded by Hornback. Hornback up the far side. She'll push, and the Lady Hawks are running. To the near side to Seema. Out front to Moore. Moore inside the free throw line. Passes down to Gentry. She bobbles it outside to Seema. Left side. Shot good. Gotta wonder if you're thinking about maybe taking a timeout. Ted Hill's going to let his team play through it. Left side, Snyder with the basketball. Cross court to Riggs on the right side. Riggs drives in. Euro step, goes up with a shot. It's no good, but she is fouled on the play by Emma Moore. That is her second and the team's fourth. Arissa Riggs will go back to the free throw line. She made her first 2 in this game so far. Grayson County just needs to get some offense. And right now, Rachel Snyder's getting double teamed inside the post every single time. Riggs misses the first one. This one would be to bring it to within 13. Free throw up, good. 34-21. LaRue County on top, 3 minutes, 15 seconds to play in the third quarter. Moore over to the far side to Eads. Eads with the left hand, gives it out front to Hornback. To the free throw line, to Gentry. Outside 3 by Seema is no good. Riggs gets the rebound for Grayson County. Riggs up the near side, angles back towards the middle. Outside to Kuiper, who takes it on the left wing. Kuiper back to the middle, off to the right wing. Cave 3, up and no good, short. Rebound on the floor is bouncing around, and a foul is going to be whistled. And it's going to be called on Reagan Cave. That'll be her third and the team's third. 2 minutes, 51 seconds to play in the third quarter. It is 34-21, LaRue County with the lead. Since the end of the first quarter, Grayson County's only scored 8 points in about 13 minutes of game action. That's just not going to get it done. Near side. It is Moore. She tries to pass to Hornback, but it's out of her reach. And possession will go back towards the Lady Cougars, and they'll pass it in from their own corner. This is just where you almost need to go back to basics, and let's just get an easy bucket and just chip away at this game. 1 point at a time. There's still a ton of time to play. Inside to Robinson. Off the right side, takes one dribble. Outside to Riggs. 3 straight away, good. That's how you can start with it. Arissa Riggs has 9 points, and it's back to a 10-point game. This is now where you need to string together about 2 or 3 defensive stops, knock in some baskets, and you can get yourself right back into this game as you get ready to start the fourth quarter, as there's still 2 minutes to play in this third quarter. 3 left side by Hornback is no good. Rebounded by Snyder. She fires a pass to the near side to Cave. Cave scans the offense. Loops a pass down to Robinson, who's wide open on the right block. Her jumper is no good. Gets the rebound back and puts it in off the right side. Grayson County, and now we're going to have a timeout on the floor taken by LaRue County. Lady Cougars, a 5-0 run, forces the quick timeout. 34-26. Lady Cougs. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
(34-26). LaRue County with a lead, 1 minute, 54 seconds to play in the third quarter. Grayson County goes on a quick 5-0 run, forcing the timeout by Danielle Brown. And now Elle Robinson gets her hand on the inbounds pass, knocks it out of bounds, and it is off of LaRue County. Possession will stay with Grayson County now. As out of the timeout, it was a pass into the middle of two LaRue County players, and Robinson was able to knock her right hand in there and knock it out of bounds off of Gentry. And Grayson County's got a chance to bring this to within a one-possession game. 3 left side by Riggs is no good. Rebound on the floor taken by LaRue County, and a foul is going to be called underneath on Sydney Perkins. I thought the official put up a number 11, and I was going to say that I didn't think Corey Milam was even in the game, but Perkins is called for the foul. LaRue County will get the basketball. Underneath, passes it in. Robinson gets another steal in the corner for Grayson County. She's trapped in that far side, gives it to Riggs on the left side. Riggs drives down to the near side to Kuiper. Outside Perkins, 3, right wing is no good. Robinson with a rebound, and she is fouled underneath by LaRue County. Ella Robinson taking over here in these last couple of minutes. Foul whistled on Natalie Gentry. That is her 3rd and the team's 5th. Kuiper will pass in from underneath of her own basket. Slaps the basketball, throws it out front to Perkins. Perkins thought about the 3, gives it here to the near side to Riggs. Back outside to Perkins. Perkins cross court to Kuiper. Kuiper dribbling it with the left hand, now switches to the right side, off to Riggs. Riggs guarded by LaRue County. It's a zone defense now. Inside off the left side, the basket's good. Rachel Snyder. The interior pass off the left block, and just like that, it is 34-28. Robinson with another steal on the inbounds. It bobbles around, but LaRue County's going to come down with it. Moore up the near side, spins it around as she crosses the half-court mark, runs right into Annie Kuiper, who's setting up the defense. A double team at half court, and Sydney Perkins got there just a little bit too early. And a foul is going to be called on the freshman. That is her 2nd and the team's 5th. LaRue County to pass this one in. It's 34-28 LaRue County. 59.8 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. And now the official, Tony Beard, is talking with Sydney Perkins and with Emma Moore, as Emma Moore might have had a little bit of an unintentional shove. I don't think it was anything on purpose. Williams down to the right block to Gentry. Gentry spins it around on Kuiper. Outside to Moore. Moore drives in. Floater inside the free throw line is no good. Perkins is going to pick up the foul. For Perkins, that is her 3rd and the team's 6th. And to the free throw line will be Emma Moore. She's 1 of 2 tonight. Again, coming into tonight's game, she was 37.5%. I think Ted Hill might have said to Sydney Perkins, I want to see you give some aggressive defense, and she has been aggressive out there. She picks up 3 quick fouls in about 30 seconds. The free throw for the senior Moore is short. She's got 15 points to lead all scorers. Renfro checks into the game for the Lady Cougars, as Perkins will take a seat. Free throw up, can't get the bounce. Misses them both. Grayson County ball, 45 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. Riggs on the left wing. Out front to Kuiper. Kuiper here to the right wing to Renfro. Renfro looking to get it inside to either Snyder or Robinson, but they were both guarded on the interior. Far side Kuiper. She'll get it into Snyder. Off the left side, gets the basket to fall. It's a 4-point game. We're going to have another timeout on the floor. This one will be taken by Ted Hill. Grayson County has fought back in this one to make it a 34-30 game here with 28 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. I said it's one of those things, as we just talked about it a few minutes ago. You just chip away. You get some defensive stops, which they did. You saw Ella Robinson. She had 2 or 3 steals in that little section of play, and it led to points. When you get defensive stops, it can lead to points a lot of times. When this Lady Cougar team can get out in transition and not let LaRue County to get underneath and get their defense set up on the interior on either Robinson or Snyder, they've had success in this game. And you saw that here in this last 3 minutes of this 3rd quarter. As it is 34-30 LaRue County, 28 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. It will be Lady Hawk basketball. As they give it into the middle, it's to Moore. Moore gets around Renfro. Renfro chasing her up on the left hip. She puts up the brakes on the right wing. Down inside to Gentry. Gentry triple teamed on the right block. Her floater is no good. Rebounded by Dennis for the Lady Cougars. Dennis to the middle to Kuiper. Kuiper pushes up the middle. She's stripped away from behind and stolen away by LaRue County with 8 seconds. An outlet pass down to Gentry. Gentry loses it. Stolen away by Riggs. Riggs with 3 seconds. To the middle to Kuiper. It's knocked away by LaRue County. And no shot will be given up. 34-30 at the end of 3. LaRue County with a lead. This is Lady Cougar basketball right here on K105.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had like a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
How prepared is your family if disaster shows up at your doorstep? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan before they show up. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes!
Make a plan today.
Lady Cougars closed the quarter on a 9-0 run, and they have brought this game back to within 4 at 34-30 as we start this fourth quarter of action. This has been a great game tonight here from the Cougar Den. 24 hours ago, this game wasn't even going to happen, but yet here we are, and it's been everything that this potentially could have lived up to. It has here tonight. LaRue County's going to start the basketball here to start the fourth quarter. It'll be Moore with the basketball, guarded by Renfro. Down inside as Micah Lee checks into the game as Moore drives down, bouncing around. English comes down with it. Here to the near side to Williams. Williams drives down the left side, gets a screen from English. Outside to Eads, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on the interior on Grayson County. I think it'll be on Ella Robinson. It will be on Ella. That is her third and the team's seventh. So free throws will come here for Caitlin Williams. She's 1 of 1 tonight and 1 of 1 on the season. So she took her only free throw of the year earlier tonight, and she made it. Free throw on the 1-and-1 is up and good. She gets the roll. And the Lady Cougars close the quarter on a 9-0 run. Second free throw is up, off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound is Robinson for Grayson County. 35-30. 7.5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Renfro, left wing, over to the far side to Lee. Lee out front to Renfro. Renfro scans the LaRue County defense to try and get something going here for Grayson County. To Riggs on the right side. Back out front to Renfro. They're going back and forth, just trying to get a shot open, trying to get a pass inside to either Robinson or Snyder. Snyder's moving around like crazy on the inside. Renfro to the far side to Lee. Lee has it on the left wing. Far side Riggs. Riggs inside to Robinson. Off the left side, the layup's good. Robinson got around her defender and laid it in across the left side, and it's a three-point game, 35-32. Eads down to the right block to Moore. Moore stolen away by Snyder, but she loses the ball and it bounces on the baseline. Possession will stay with the Lady Hawks as she got it and just bobbled it enough, and it bounced on the baseline, and the official, Tony Beard, was right there on top of it, and he calls it out on Snyder. LaRue County to pass this in from underneath of their own basket. They scan, get it down to the left side. Shot is up by Gentry. It's short. Rebounded by Robinson for the Lady Cougars. An outlet pass down here to the near side to Kuiper. Kuiper picks up her dribble to the far side to Lee. Lee back here towards the middle, gives it to the sophomore Riggs. Riggs into the corner to Kuiper. Inside to Robinson. Robinson off the right side. Count the basket. And it is a one-point game, 35-34, 6 minutes, 30 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Williams, left side, outside to Eads. 3 to answer is an air ball, and it's going to go out of bounds off of LaRue County. Lady Cougars are going to have the ball with a chance to take the lead. This has been an excellent job fighting back in this one for Grayson County. As dating back to the end of the quarter, you can say as it was 34-21 at one point in this game. The Lady Cougars are on a 13-1 run, dating back to about 3 minutes to play in the second quarter. Three-pointer, right wing by Riggs, good! Grayson County takes the lead. Lady Cougs are on a 16-1 run, and they have the lead at 37-35. A timeout is on the floor. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Lady Cougars are on an 18-1 run, dating back to about halfway through that third quarter. 17-1 run, says the illustrious sports writer Don Brown. He keeps changing his mind. 17 is the correct answer, right? He says that's the correct answer, as he keeps changing it a little bit. As I keep going over to ask him, as it's going back and forth on which one it is. But it is 37-35 Grayson County, 6 minutes and 7 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. As it will be Lady Hawks basketball. They find themselves with their first deficit. And you have to go back to early on in the second quarter when it was 13-12, the last time the Lady Cougars led in this one. The full court press has caused some issues so far. Williams passed down inside, stolen away by Robinson, but she is fouled from behind by LaRue County. Foul whistled on Emma Moore. That is her third and the team's sixth. So it's 37-35 Grayson County, 6 minutes to play in tonight's game. Eads will take a seat. And the substitution into the game is Hornback in for LaRue County. You've got Kuiper, Riggs, Snyder, Lee, and Robinson into the game for Grayson County. They lead by 2. Lee has the ball on the left side, out front to Kuiper. Marissa Riggs is having herself a nice night tonight. Gets it out front to Kuiper. Kuiper swings it over to the left side to Lee. Lee back out to Kuiper here to the near side to Riggs. Riggs inside to Snyder. Snyder double teamed on the post. Throws it out to Lee, who has to reach out to grab it. Nice job. Off to Riggs. 3 right side. Good. Arissa Riggs, 3 threes in this second half. And it's Grayson County 40, LaRue County 35. Driving down. Moore stolen away by Robinson to Riggs. Riggs pushes. She's going to take it herself. Dumps a pass off to Kuiper. Kuiper outside to Snyder. Snyder gives it to the free throw line to Lee. Lee out front to Kuiper. And Grayson County slowly going to slow things down here and go off. 3 by Riggs. A heat check off the left side is no good. Rebounded by English for LaRue County. Off to Moore. Moore crosses the timeline off to the left side to Hornback. Off her hands. She saves it in bounds into the hands of Moore. Moore guarded by Lee. She gets around Lee. Jump pass inside. And it's knocked away and on the floor. Out of bounds off of LaRue County. As they try to get it inside to Gentry, but it went off her hands and out of bounds. Reagan Cage check into the game for the Lady Cougars. Micah Lee will take a seat. Into the game for LaRue County will be Caitlin Eads. Checking out for her will be Emma Moore. So on the floor for the Lady Cougars, you've got Riggs, Kuiper, Snyder, Robinson, and Cave. On the floor for the Lady Hawks, you've got Gentry, Hornback, English, Williams, and Eads. Pass down to the right block. Wide open is Snyder. She is fouled hard underneath by English. For English, that is her fourth. Snyder a little slow to get up. I think she might have gotten hit in the face as she's grabbing her nose, but it appears that she is okay, and Snyder will go to the free throw line. That is the 7th foul. Both teams have 7 team fouls. Free throws will remain for the remainder of this game. Snyder to the line with 4 minutes and 43 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Free throw for the senior is up and no good. Substitution in the game for LaRue County is Sema. Second free throw for Snyder is up and good. She gets that one. And it's Grayson County 41, LaRue County 35, 4 minutes, 40 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Quickly moving is Williams. Over to the far side, Sema, and it's out of bounds off of Sema. She dribbles it off of her foot. Grayson County basketball. Ella Robinson defensively tonight has been outstanding, especially playing with foul trouble tonight as she has 3 fouls. She's been outstanding defensively. There's no other way to put it. Kuiper on the far side. To the left wing, to Cave. Cave cross court to Riggs. Riggs has had the hot hand shooting from 3. She's got 3 of them in the second half. Inside the free throw line to Snyder. Outside to Riggs. Her 3 is up, no good. Rebound on the floor is pulled down Sema, and a foul is going to be called on Rachel Snyder on the rebound for Snyder. That is her 4th and the team's 8th. So Sema will go to the free throw line. She will shoot 1 and the bonus. So that's the team's 8th. Sema on the line is just about automatic. 9 of 11 from on the season. From 3, that's just under 90%. The sophomore forward, Maddie Sema, Dribbles about 3 or 4 times, lets it fly, and it is in and out. Long rebound is ripped down by Robinson for Grayson County. And Lady Cougars are going to be able to set this up. 4 minutes to play. They lead 41-35. They're on a big-time run. It's a 20-1 run dating back to the third quarter. Near side, Riggs. Riggs out front to Kuiper. Kuiper back to Riggs now, and Riggs has Robinson on the right block. She takes it to her. Robinson gets it back out to Riggs. To Kuiper. To the left elbow to Snyder. Snyder inside to Robinson. Turns it around off the right side. Gets the basket to fall. Timeout on the floor taken by Ted Hill with 3 minutes and 40 seconds to play. We'll take it with them. Lady Cougs up by 8. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Oh, that's a bad call.
That was a great call.
That's the worst call I've ever seen.
Great call.
Horrible. It's a horrible call.
Sports fans don't often see things the same way.
Terrible call.
That was a good call.
Terrible call.
But there's one call everyone can agree on. Call 811 before you dig, the free service that helps you avoid utility lines while you're digging. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Safety!
How's everything taste tonight, folks?
Excellent.
How was your chicken tonight?
It's excellent. Where was it raised?
As a chef, it's important to know where your food comes from. That's why we buy local and Kentucky-raised food.
We're the Settles family from Owensboro, Kentucky.
We produce poultry for families all over the state.
And we're proud of the products that we produce. If you're buying a chicken that came from our farm, you're getting an excellent quality product. Some of the best you'll find in the case.
A lot of your local restaurants feature our poultry products. We are a Kentucky farm family.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Out of the timeout, LaRue County has the basketball, 43-35. Grayson County with the lead, 3 minutes, 38 seconds to play in tonight's game. Grayson County is on a 23-1 run dating back to the third quarter. An interior pass is knocked away, out of bounds, off of LaRue County. Possession goes back towards Grayson County. The defense, since about 3 minutes to play in the third quarter, has been outstanding for Grayson County. Ted Hill is going to probably wrap this up in a present and watch it over and over again. Maybe forget about that little portion to start the third quarter, but he's got to love what he's seen so far to answer in this one. Left side, Snyder. Cross court to Riggs on the right side. Out front to Kuiper. Kuiper will scan the defense. Over to the left wing to Cave. Cave back outside to Kuiper with 3 minutes to play. Grayson County up by 8. Again, Lady Cougars on a 23-1 run. Riggs inside to Robinson. She's got 11 points in the game. Outside to Kuiper, to the left side to Snyder. Inside to Riggs. Riggs drives down, goes up with a shot. It's no good. Rebound on the floor is taken by Gentry for LaRue County. Gentry weaving through the defense. Splits 2 defenders. The flip shot up the right side's no good. Riggs with a rebound for the Lady Cougars. Grayson County's got numbers. To Kuiper. Inside, gets around the defender. And walking with it is Kuiper as she took that extra step to get around the defender. But they're going to say she did take one extra step to get around her. Substitution into the game for LaRue County is English. She'll check in for Seema. Lady Hawks with the basketball. 43-35, 2 minutes, 30 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Far side, Williams gets it inside. Robinson gets her hand on it, and it's Grayson County basketball. Snyder's the one that comes down with it after Robinson got her hand in the passing lane. And Grayson County will have the ball here up by 8 with 2 minutes and 10 seconds to play. Kuiper swings the pass over to the far side to Riggs. Riggs outside to Snyder. 2:05 to play. It's 43-35 Grayson County. They are on a 23-1 run in this game. Snyder drives in the free throw line. Her floater is up, no good. Short. Robinson with a rebound. Her putback's no good. Snyder gets the rebound. She goes up with a shot. It's no good, but she will go to the free throw line on the inside after being fouled by LaRue County's Malia English. That's her 5th and the team's 8th, and Malia English will foul out of this game with 2 points. Seema will check in for her. Into the free throw line will be Rachel Snyder. She can almost ice this one if she can knock both of these down. Free throw up, good. Ted Hill's going to pull Arissa Riggs and Ella Robinson and send them back towards the other end of the court. Snyder's second free throw is good. Lady Cougars up by 10, and you can make this a 25-1 run. Outside to Eads, who has it on the right wing. Out front to Williams. Williams drives down the right side, picks up her dribble and walks with it in the lane. And LaRue County's turnovers are adding up, but it's really just outstanding defense from Grayson County. 1 minute, 35 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Grayson County 45, LaRue County 35. 90 seconds again on the clock. Lady Cougars on a 25-1 run. Riggs picks up her dribble over to the left wing to Cave. Cave, no-look pass out front to Riggs. Grayson County needs to be in no rush. They lead by 10. They have this game if they want it. It's going to be making their free throws and just to ice this one away. Riggs to the right side to Cave. Cave is attempted to be fouled, but instead they give it to Riggs, and now Riggs will be fouled by Eads. For Eads, that is her second, and the team's ninth. So 1 in the bonus will come for Arissa Riggs. She is 3 of 4 tonight, and in this game here today, she has 15 points, which matches her career high. This would be for a new career high if she can try on the first of the bonus. Shots up and good, rattles home. Arissa Riggs has herself a new career high tonight. Her previous was 15 points coming at home against Edmondson County back in December 2019, and very similar. She had 3 threes in the second quarter of that game to help Grayson County take control, and in this one, she hits 3 of them in the second half to help Grayson County take control in this one. She makes both free throws, and it's a 12-point Lady Cougar lead. They are on a 27-1 run. Down the right side, the flip shot is good. That stops the bleeding by Natalie Gentry. And that ends a 27-1 run for Grayson County. Cave is fouled in the backcourt by Seema. That is her first, team's 10th. So Reagan Cave will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 on the season. The junior forward is 2 of 5 from the free throw line. She spins it in her hand, spins it one more time, takes 3 dribbles, and lets it fly, and it is no good. Looked good, but just a little bit too much off to the right. Grayson County sending their defense back. This would be to make it an 11-point game. Cave misses them both. It's 47-37, 37 seconds to play. LaRue County passes out to Eads. It is knocked out by Kuiper on the pass. And it'll be substitutions into the game for LaRue County. It'll be Hornback. She will check in for Eads. For Seema. Eads has the basketball. She's the one that's going to shoot the 3. She's their best 3-point shooter. So they give it off to Williams. Under 30 seconds to play. It's a 10-point Grayson County lead. Left side 3 by Hornback is up. Off the back of the iron, no good. Snyder with a rebound. Gives it off to Kuiper. And Kuiper could just dribble this one out. Will LaRue County call off the dogs or not? Snyder here to Cave. And they are going to want to foul. Riggs in the backcourt. And no, they're just going to dribble this one out. Grayson County finishes the game on a 27-3 run and wins this one by a final score of 47-37. What an unbelievable performance in the fourth quarter and the end of the third quarter. And the Lady Cougars are winners tonight by a final score of 47-37. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts,
through high-impact programs at all levels, connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com.
Grayson County closes this game on a 27-1 run and defeats LaRue County tonight by a final score of 47-37. As at one point in this game, it was LaRue County 34 and Grayson County 20. It was not, to say it was looking ugly would probably be a ginormous understatement. But instead, the Lady Cougars don't give up. They fight back and pick up a huge win. Just, if anything, less of just confidence moving forward. Getting a game like this, especially when you go into a big week here where you have a game on the road at Thomas Nelson tomorrow. And on Friday, you've got a game against Butler County that counts towards district standings. It is a big deal. And picking up a win here tonight is a good thing moving forward for Grayson County. Lady Cougars are now 6-5 on the season, with a win here tonight over LaRue County. Again, 47-37 is the final score. Coming up on our fifth quarter show here tonight, we're going to get a chance to talk with the head coach of the Lady Cougars, Ted Hill, and probably about, we could go about 12 minutes of game action ago. I was expecting it to be a very different conversation than the one that we're going to have from him. As again, Grayson County finishes this one on a 27-1 run and defeats LaRue County by a final score of 47-37. Come back, have more here on the fifth quarter show after this. This is Lady Cougar basketball right here on K105.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
Oh, that's a bad call.
That was a great call.
That's the worst call I've ever seen.
Great call.
Horrible. It's a horrible call.
Sports fans don't often see things the same way.
Terrible call.
That was a good call.
Terrible call.
But there's one call everyone can agree on. Call 811 before you dig, the free service that helps you avoid utility lines while you're digging. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Safety!
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Welcome back here to the fifth quarter show on K105. Sam Gormalino joined by the head coach of the Lady Cougars, head coach Ted Hill. And Coach, as I was saying before we came back on the break, if I would have started this interview with we could say about halfway through the third quarter, it probably would be going a lot differently than it is going right now. But you finished the game on a 27-1 run.
Seriously.
If we're counting they hit the little basket there at the end that would make it 27-3, but you outscored them 27-1. You were down 34-20, and you come back and put it to them there in that fourth quarter and halfway through the third quarter. You got to be happy with how your team responded.
I am. I knew we had come back there, but I didn't know it was that big of a margin. And I told our kids at halftime, they've been quarantined for a couple weeks, and I felt like maybe we could, run their legs out from them, and they quit making shots, and evidently that's exactly what happened. And I proud of our kids for fighting back, and we finally started making some baskets and made an adjustment against their 2-3 zone. And, real happy with it. I don't know how we won, but I told them in the locker room it's about like my girlfriend in high school, ugly, but it worked out okay.
Well, and like I said, all that matters is you get the win.
That's
they all
it.
count as when someone looks at this game later on tonight, they're going to say, they won 47-37. They'll have no idea how you did it.
No.
And that's all that matters. The play that we first got to mention, new career high for Arissa Riggs tonight. She hits 3 big threes there, and especially 2 real big ones in the fourth quarter. Hits 2 free throws down the stretch. 17, that's a good number for her.
That is, and that's back-to-back games with different kids getting career highs. And Arissa, she can really shoot the ball, and when she shoots with confidence, she can make those. And you're right, it was a big uplifting shots that she hit for us there. And, I mean, I got to a point I was tired of arguing with the referees. It didn't seem like we was getting any type call. And I thought I'll just sit down and be quiet and see what happens, and it worked out best. Maybe I'll try that more.
The other play that we got to mention is only 11 points tonight, but Ella Robinson, I think we've talked a lot over the past year and a half about putting stats that don't show up in the stat book, the little things. And she had a couple of steals, and I know that steals can show up depending on how you do it, but she had that little sequence there. I think it was early in the fourth quarter. Might have been out of a timeout where she got back-to-back steals or 3 in a row or something in the corner. And she had another one down here at one point. Defensively, I thought she was really good tonight, especially playing with foul trouble.
Sure. She got in her early foul trouble. So did Rachel. But Ella got in there and got some rebounds and dug out some steals and just was very active. And Ella's in such a positive mindset right now as far as basketball goes, and just a really good player. She can do a little bit of everything. She can handle the ball for a post player, a nice mid-range jumper, can knock a 3 every now and then. She likes shooting them in practice. And
pretty good free throw shooter.
She is good free throw. So she's just a good all-around player, and I think that's 2 or 3 games in a row now that Ella hasn't fouled out. So we're making progress.
Coming up tomorrow, and we'll get a chance to talk to your star point guard coming up here in a second. Tomorrow, I know we talked a little bit about this on, I guess it was Saturday. All the days are running together now. Thomas Nelson, have you done any more looking into them to know what you know?
No.
No? That's not a bad thing, though, is it?
My vision switched to
LaRue County?
LaRue last night and concentrated on them all day. And
if I remember right, last year, and she might have been a senior and graduated, they had a really good post player, didn't they? If I remember right. We didn't do that game, but I remember Don, who's standing behiing you, him making up comments saying, I think that their post player was really good, and I'm not sure if she's still there or not. But
I don't even remember the game here hardly. But, yeah, she was athletic looking post player. Yeah, I remember. But I try not to look way ahead. I feel like it's bad luck. I'm superstitious, and I feel like if I concentrate just one game at a time, that's best for me.
Well, sitting behind me right now and on the other side is Annie Kuiper, and I guess you can say I know we talked a lot about her, the defensive, what she does on the defensive end, but offensively she's been improving a lot over the past couple of weeks. You got to be really happy with her progress.
I am, and she gets the toughest guard every night. She guarded, in my opinion, their best player, and she had 6 points. She had 2 points in the second half. So Annie locked her down, and
that was a basket with 40 seconds to play.
Oh, is she the one who hit it? Yeah.
Yes.
And so, Annie's scrappy, hard-nosed, and as we've said before, pretty much our all-around best player. You're talking about defense, ball handling, passing, shooting, and she's really improving offensively, and that'll come for her. And Annie has a really, really bright future ahead of her. I look forward to coaching her the next 2.5 years.
Well, I know you get her in softball too, which
I do. I love it. Annie's a great kid.
Well, we'll bring her on here and we'll get a chance to coach. I don't know when we're going to see you next because I know that
you're coming tomorrow night at Thomas Nelson. You just didn't know it.
Well, I guess maybe Cody. Cody's off, I think, tomorrow night. Maybe you can take him and you can do it. Coach, good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
We'll get a chance and we'll bring in Annie Kuiper here for a second as she's going to join us tonight. Annie finishes with 5 points all in the first quarter, but she was a major scorer there in that quarter. And sophomore guard Annie Kuiper now joins me. And Annie, tonight you finished the game on a 27-1 run and pick up a good win. This has got to feel pretty good to be able to bounce back like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
This season, I know when I talked last year, I think after a game, Coach and I had one conversation about you. It was directly about Kenzie and how Kenzie was kind of that defensive force that, as I described it, and I say it's the best compliment you can give a defensive player was a nuisance on the defensive end. For if you're an offensive player, you hated going against her because she was the one that would just always get into lanes and so on. And I asked him, I said, is Annie the next Kenzie when it comes to that? And he says yes. And you've shown that at times this season. What is your mindset when you're on the defensive side of the ball and going up against a team?
I just stare at them. Don't let them go nowhere. Just chase them.
I like it. And you hear it. You got Shelton, Warren Central's best player on Saturday. Tonight you get their best player, Gentry. Do you like having that responsibility every single game, knowing you're going to get their best player and your goal is to shut them down?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Most of the time.
I love it. Tonight, though, you hold her to only 6 points. When you look back on that and you say, oh, wow, I think she's averaging 12 or 13 points, and you hold her to half of your average. What does that make you feel at the end of the game, knowing that you were a big force in that regard in helping your team pick up a win?
That I did my part in helping my team stop them defensively.
One of the things that Coach and I have talked about, too, over the past couple of weeks is the offensive end that you've improved a lot on. I know your free throws have gone up in percentage. I think you hit both of them tonight. I think you hit 3 of 4 on Saturday as well. Offensively, how have you been working to improve when it comes to that?
Some closer shots to the rim instead of just shooting threes, like jumpers.
What about when it comes to the free throw line? Is there a mindset that you have to get in when it comes to that? Or
that it's going to go in. But that's hard sometimes.
Well, I like that. And coming up here in this season, I know you got another district game coming up on Friday. But what is your individual goal to wrap up the year? And then as a team, what do you all want to see when you look back here in a month and a half?
Just to do my part in helping my team succeed.
Where do you want to see the Grayson County Lady Cougars when it's 2 months from now and the season's wrapped up? Where are you wanting to see yourselves?
As region winners.
I like the confidence. Well, Annie, congratulations on the big win tonight, and good luck tomorrow. And we'll talk to you again real soon.
All right, thank you.
That's Annie Kuiper, sophomore guard. We'll have more here coming up after this.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Grayson County Lady Cougars are winners tonight against LaRue County by a final score of 47-37. Running down some scoring from around the region. As with 5 minutes to play, Breck County all over Owensboro in girls basketball, 57-24. And again, there's not a ton of scores to bring you right now. As in girls basketball, Bardstown defeating Bethlehem 74-67. And honestly, that's about it when it comes to scores to bring you. As when it comes to a Monday evening, game starts a little bit earlier than usual. There's not a ton to bring you. Grayson County, though, the one that's important, wins tonight by a final score of 47-37. We'll come back and run down the scoring from this game and wrap it up after this. This is Lady Cougar Basketball on K105.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Lady Cougars winners tonight over LaRue County by a final score of 47-37. They close the game on a 27-1 run and pick up the win. Running down the scoring from this game for LaRue County, it's 15 points from Emma Moore, 8 from Caitlin Williams, 6 from Natalie Gentry, 3 each from Caitlin Eads and from Maddie Sema. And you've got 2 from Aaliyah English. For Grayson County, it was Arissa Riggs. She led the way with a career-high 17 points. 13 points and 10 rebounds for Rachel Snyder, another double-double for her. Ella Robinson finishes with 11 points and 8 rebounds, 5 points for Annie Kuiper, and 1 for Michael Lee. Lady Cougars will be back in action on Tuesday evening. That's tomorrow. So they will travel to Thomas Nelson High School. Start time for that game will be 6:30 Grayson County time, so it'll be 7:30 Bardstown time, as the Lady Cougars will try to take down the Lady Generals in a game. I guess we were there back on September the 11th for a football game. One of the newest schools in the entire state. Lady Cougars will try to take down that team. Looking at the Lady Generals, right now they are 1-6 so far this season, but it doesn't look like any common opponents between the Lady Cougars and the Lady Generals so far this season. Grayson County winners tonight again by a final score of 47-37. They closed the game on a 27-1 run. I want to thank the K105 Digital Productions crew for all of their hard work. I think Chase Blaine was your director. Cody Brock was your camera operator. Tomorrow night, we'll be back here at the Cougar Den. It'll be the Cougar boys taking on Meade County. 7 o'clock start time. You'll be able to listen to that game on our sister station, 103.9 The Moose, or watch it right here on K105 Digital Productions. That wraps up our coverage here tonight on a night where the Grayson County Lady Cougars are winners by a final score of 47-37. This is Sam Gormley saying, so long, everyone.